When my HOA board president accidentally exposed me as a snitch, part 1/2. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how low some people will go. I live in this fancy gated community with all the amenities, but what you don't know is that our HOA board president has been secretly harassing me for months. At first, it was just little things. My trash cans would be on the wrong day, or someone would accidentally park their car in front of my house. But then it escalated to full-blown stalking. I'd get calls and texts at 3 a.m. asking when I was leaving the country. It was like she had nothing better to do with her life. One night, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I recorded a conversation between us, the one where she basically told me that if I kept snitching on our neighbors for noise complaints, she'd make sure I got a ticket for having too many plants in my front yard. I thought it was the end of it, but little did I know, this was just the beginning. She somehow managed to get my hands on the recording and left it on her phone while she went out with friends. When she called me back, she had the nerve to say, "Oh, sorry about that," as if the fact that she'd been caught red-handed wasn't enough. But here's the kicker, when I asked her what was going through her mind, she casually said, "Honestly, I'm just really concerned about the aesthetic of our community." It was like she was trying to make herself sound like a concerned citizen, but really she was just a psycho who wanted to control every aspect of my life. I'm still shaking as I write this. Who does that? And how am I supposed to deal with someone who's so fundamentally broken? I'll post updates as this situation unfolds, but for now, I need to process this. Part 2, Update. The HOA board president has since been fired and her replacement is making good on their promise to actually enforce the rules, not just use them to terrorize innocent people like me. But here's the best part, after the news broke, a group of our neighbors started a petition to replace the entire HOA board. And guess what? They're already on their way to victory. It turns out that when you're as entitled and vindictive as this woman, you can't even get away with being bad without eventually getting your comeuppance. Karma's a cruel mistress, but it's definitely been serving me well in this situation. I'm not going to lie, I'm still nervous about what might happen next. But for the first time in months, I feel like I can breathe again. And if you're reading this and you've ever dealt with something similar, know that you're not alone.